Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
Well, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of your new favorite band. I'm Drizzle Silvera, and right across the table from me, we got
Dallas Dwight. What's up, everybody? We're back. I believe it's episode 39.
Yeah, we're on episode 39. Let's see, just a few more, and we'll be at a year, you know?
That's pretty crazy. Did we miss any weeks? We don't usually miss weeks, maybe one or two, but we came out with this, I think, in January.
Yeah, it was really early on in January.
So we're on track for 52 in a year, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because you figured that'd be how it would work.
Yeah, plus the bonus episodes. Plus the bonus episodes if you are a VIPer.
True.
By the way, head on over to lamaybe.com/VIP, and there you can sign up to become a member for $7 a month or $75 a year. And you get an extra episode a month. Most times, if we're on tour, we will try to get it out ASAP. And other than that, you do get the episodes 2 days early. Again, most of the time, it depends on our schedule because it is pretty hectic. And we try to,
we do our best.
We do our best. Yeah. So anyways, furthermore, we also have a bonus episode. I think I already said that.
Nice.
But bonus episode, and every episode you get is extended. So it's not just our, normal YouTube viewer.
The full uncut version.
Yeah. Also, folks can go over to lamaybe.com/store and check out our merch there if you want to support the band. We have signed deluxe CDs available. So that really helps us. That's a shot of cash adrenaline in our arm to get us to the next place. So if you want to support the band, that's one way to do it. So
yeah,
check
it's
it
a
out.
good way to get. There's tons of cool stuff in the merch store. I've been doing a bunch of interviews for the deluxe edition lately, and a lot more coming up as well.
Yeah, we should talk about some of those, kind of like the response from interviewers on what they thought about, some of the acoustic tracks and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna avoid all names.
Yeah,
mainly because I can't remember all of them, and I can't remember some, and I don't want to. I'm just gonna exclude all of them.
Health reasons.
They've been awesome. So our publicist Tom George, Tag Publicity. He's just done a great job again. He always helps us out with stuff. And he's, our inbox, I mean, if you're on the emails, you see they're just flooded. I woke up one morning, like 7 of them, like interview requests. It's like, okay, cool. So getting them all scheduled, and that's always a nightmare because everyone's in a different time zone and they all want different times and they all want, okay, I can do Mondays at 3:30, but then not 4:30, but then I could do after 6. And then you're sitting there looking at your own schedule, which is nuts. And then looking at 7 other guys' schedules and like, what? Like trying to find times. And then they don't work because someone's like, oh, I thought we were talking PST. You meant EST? Like, stuff like that. So it's a nightmare getting it scheduled. But once they happen, they're really
sure.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the main reason I was saying that. Somebody said, about our store. He was like, you can get anything in this merch store. There is stuff that I never thought would have been in a merch store is in our store.
It really is. It really is amazing. Sometimes a lot of time Dallas will actually come up with a design, put it in there, and then I'll go back through and look at our merch store to see what it's like. Oh, I didn't realize that was in there. That's new, So
yeah, I'll go through periodically and update some stuff. I'm about due to do that again soon. I think.
Do?
Yeah, I'm about due to do that again soon. So, I have a few cool new designs floating around in my noggin. See if we can't make something cool out of them, and we'll do a better job maybe announcing each time something comes out. You think?
I
usually do but I don't just put one thing in. Usually it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
and I'll announce.
I think we could always do better jobs. If we really sit there like, oh well, how can we improve this? But yeah
always.
Yeah. So, anyways, big shout out to our VIPers though. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys are the best. And we see you guys, when you sign up and comments on YouTube and all that stuff. So thank you. Really good group of people.
I like the comments on YouTube.
Yeah, I see you replying in there too.
I reply. I could reply as in the LA maybe, but I think it means something to people when they see the LA maybe replies. Oh, but Driz from the LA maybe, and it's clearly me.
Yeah,
it says Driz, and it's got a picture of me with my guitar.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So we played a corporate show last night, which is why the podcast is a little bit late this week. And also we should say this podcast is like as real time as it can get.
Yeah,
we're recording this on Wednesday and it comes out tomorrow, Thursday. So this is pretty real. But we just had a gig Tuesday, so yesterday, at the time of recording, and somebody had tagged us in Instagram on a story and said, like, there's no way he planned this. Did he plan these fans? And it was a picture of you with your hair going crazy from the fan. And then the next story was like, oh my God, he did. And they zoomed in on the fan itself where it says Lamb Only Fans.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny.
That was probably the best idea I ever had in the
Yeah,
band. Writing OnlyFans on our fans.
Yeah, the Lamb Only Fans.
Yeah.
That's a great double entendre there, right?
I believe so.
Because it's the fans for only us, only our fans.
Yeah.
But it's also the Lamb Only Fans.
It is a double entendre, yes.
Yeah. I think entendre may imply sexually.
Yeah, like beef curtains and lap rockets.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's one way to, yep. We'll just go straight to that. Now I forgot what I was going to say for real, though, about the, no, I think I said it, the merch store thing.
Yeah, the merch store. Yeah.
Yeah, we got shows coming up. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We have the Whiskey A Go-Go October 28 in Los Angeles, California. I believe tickets are gone. Maybe a couple left if you want to check and see.
By the way, a week and one day after this podcast comes out, you have a week and one day to contact the band, lamaybe.com. What was the email again? Sorry, I'm brain
You could just
farting.
do Dallas@lamaybe.com.
Yeah, Dallas@lamaybe.com. We are shooting our new music video, and we need extras. We have a lot of extras already, scheduled to come, RSVP'd. So if you want to be a part of that and you are available, it's going to be the 22nd of October in Lancaster, South Carolina. Please RSVP if you want to come. It's going to be a wild time. Do not do it if you are not able-bodied, I would say.
Yeah, we need some. What was that? Did you hear that?
That was something falling out of a tree hitting the roof, yeah.
Cool. It's raining pretty hard. Not hard anymore, really, but it was. Anyway, the Down to Fight video, it's going to be pretty awesome, we hope. We're going for that, hopefully. So, yeah, we need some able-bodied extras, like you said. They could get wild. We need people that are ready to kind of jump around, move around, look like they enjoy a rock show. And, yeah, it's going to be a pretty cool vibe. I'm hoping it kind of shapes up to be the way that we see it in our heads.
Yes, and we are providing beer and pizza.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Free beer, free pizza. Come get turnt. Come get lit. Come get whatever kids are saying. Banana, I don't know. Get whatever you want to get with us. How about
turn
that?
within reason. Like if you're falling over everybody and just
that's
screwing
kinda-
up shots,
That's kind of cool too. That actually might be the exact vibe we
Maybe
need.
after we get done getting and we're just getting B-roll.
Yeah. True. Yeah, we'll have the cops call, dragging away.
We're not
this is all solid gold.
We're not providing taxi services though, so make sure you have a reliable ride or a Uber, and finances for that.
That's true.
Beer and pizza are provided. If you BYO, if you bring your own beer or booze, cool, sure, whatever.
Yeah, of course. Encouraged. Whatever. Bring free beer for us. I don't drink.
Yeah,
So that would go to waste on me. But
it would go to waste on me too because I'm going on a beer diet as of
A beer diet?
last weekend. So
okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, that's.
I'm
good.
going on an all booze diet.
I'm going on an all booze diet.
Yeah,
I just
no alcohol. Period.
Oh, I thought you were going to say only. I'm going on it's an all booze diet. I have no food and all booze.
Yeah. That's alcohol. Okay, yeah, all booze. Yeah,
I've never liked the word booze. It just feels like it's like too close to ooze,
it's just and it's just like
which you only describe pus that way.
I don't mind it because the act of drinking and can be kind of dirty, and that word to me is just kind of like a dirty word for alcohol. Like, would you like some alcohol? Now, if a British, would you like some booze?
Yeah, it just sounds
Would you
like
like some
ooze. It
booze?
just reminds me of just like, ugh.
Or like the very fancy spirits. Would you like some
Oh
spirits?
God, would you like a mint julep? No, absolutely not. Yeah, so October 22nd, Down to Fight music video shoot. That's gonna be a wild time. We hope you can make it. Even if you're not in the area, if you want to travel down and be in a video, you're going to be immortalized. So, it's gonna be
Canonized in the LA
Maybe
Maybe
canon.
saga of things and sorts.
Yep. So, if you're thinking about maybe making a trip or you're a little far away, a couple hours or something, and you're like, I don't know, I would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Plus, you get to hear a new song before anyone else, which we're pretty proud of. That brings me to my next point. We're going to be doing a mix breakdown for that new song here very soon. I think that'll probably come out while we're on the Kiss Cruise.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
we need to film that. But that'll be really cool. So it's a good high energy song, pretty simple mix. There's not a lot to it, so it'll be fun to kind of get into that.
Extremely simple mix, but yeah, just high octane.
A couple little fun things to discuss in there though.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I can't wait for that. That's going to be a fun episode. I love the mix breakdowns. They're super fun.
They are fun. Yeah.
So shows. Whiskey A Go-Go, October 28th, October 29th through November 3rd. We are on the Kiss Cruise with Kiss, Black Label Society, Buck Cherry, Bruce Kulick,
Richie Kotzen.
Sebastian Bach's going to be there. Nose is itchy. Just so many cool people. It's going to be really an insane time. We just got our itinerary today. We just got some logistics sorted out today. So really excited about that. We come back here November 3rd, November 4th. We are in Charlotte, Hickory Tavern Ballantine. November 5th, we are in Hickory, North Carolina, doing their haunt up there. It's a crazy, like, haunted house-ish touristy attraction.
Yeah.
They really do it up big. They're like a destination for this thing. It's really cool. I'd recommend going out to that if you're in the area. After that, I'm not sure, but you can head to lamaybe.com/tour. The biggest thing would be the UK tour at the end of the year. That's going to be December 3rd through 16th. And you can get your tickets right now at lamaybe.com/UK tour. And we've just put about 10 minutes of plugs. We should probably get to...
Probably get to talking about some serious shit, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
serious...
other serious shit.
Yeah, we just want to keep you guys updated. You know, we know everybody doesn't listen to every episode, so don't want to miss anybody.
Yeah, and we also have, new listeners too.
It's also our job.
People who might be hearing about us for the first time on a new game,
Right. Shout out Monster Games.
Thank you, Monster Games, for
Their new
coming back
game,
to us again.
Their new racing game, World of Outlaws. I was looking at our analytics behind the under the hood for our music and stuff, and I saw Peace of Mind is our top Shazammed song, at least this week or the last 2 weeks or so. And I was like, that struck me as odd. Why is that our most Shazam song? Who's hearing this in a place where they're Shazamming it? That's like, you're listening to us because you found us on Spotify or something. You're not Shazamming. We're not playing in restaurants. So I thought that was odd. Now, Mr. Danger usually is our top one, and I understand that because it's on the splash screen of SRX the game. Another game by Monster Games. And we knew we had worked out a deal with World of Outlaws, the new game that came out on PS5 and Xbox and all that they had some of our songs in there. I think they had 4, actually. And, so I just kind of struck me as odd that Peace of Mind was the most Shazam song, and I just kind of put it in the back of my mind, didn't think about it. Then I saw a couple comments on the Peace of Mind lyric video, which is old, and one of them said, like, World of Outlaws brought me here. I was like, okay, that's cool, expected. And then the one below that said, World of Outlaws intro screen brought me here. I was like, oh, okay. So now our music is on the intro screen of 2 video games.
Yeah, I know. That's so wild to think about.
Yeah. When I say intro screen, that means, all the logos load up. It says, Sony, whoever, Monster Games, whatever. And then the screen props up. I don't know, a car's driving by, whatever. It says press X to start, that kind of thing. That's your intro screen. And that's where our music's playing. So I have not downloaded World of Outlaws myself.
So we can't confirm that, but that's what's in the comments. So
that's what I'm deducing through my Sherlock Holmes-like ability to problem solve.
I'm your Dr. Watson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And, so $39.99. I'm going to be buying that game because I love supporting those guys. Yep. And definitely it's kind of cool to see your own music in a game like that. So.
Not to mention, they usually include a lot of other cool bands that aren't as known.
Yeah, Fusebox Poet was in one of them. That's our friend Drew's band.
Yeah, for sure. So, I guess maybe one of these podcasts we can talk about some of the bands that have been on there.
Yeah, and Monster Games reached out to me after we'd locked down our stuff, and he said, I know this might be a little weird, but do you have any other bands you could recommend? Kind of thinking, like we'd maybe be from like a competitive standpoint, like, no, just us. But I was like, no, dude, here's like 5 amazing bands. And I gave him 3. The Electric Alley, the New Roses, and Them Dirty Roses. So I gave him all 3 of those and gave him all the contacts. And then I told those bands, heads up, this guy's coming. They're legit, hear what they have to say and stuff. And I don't know if anything happened with any of those bands, but I did pass along their information. So I hope all 3 of them got songs.
Yeah, that would be so awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just going to make the game
definitely
better,
deserve
dude.
it.
Like,
yeah.
It's just going to be a better racing game.
Yeah.
I want to be racing to Thirsty. Are you kidding me?
Dude, fuck yeah.
I'll drive
or
so
I grew
fast.
up in the country, dude.
Oh,
think about dirt tracks, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, super, super sick stuff. And and then we were racing each other on SRX the game. Remember that?
Yes,
that was
yes.
Fun. That game was pretty hard, dude.
Trying to beat our times, yeah.
That game was hard.
Yeah.
I will say though, Sucker Punch came on and I went a little faster, I think.
I think I did too, you know.
I forget which songs are actually in World of Outlaws. The way it works, you kind of do the contract and all that stuff way ahead of time, and the game comes out, 9 months later, and you're like, oh yeah. So at least for us, they're obviously working hard on it. So, yeah, man, lots going on. The rest of our year is pretty much in the bag as far as planning and what we're doing, and we have 2 shows around New Year's.
Yep, that's right.
December 30th, we're in Charlotte at Bradshaw's. We haven't been there in probably close to 3 years at that point.
Yeah, Bradshaw's is fun.
That's
if you want to have a
place.
good time, and it gets wild there, you should go out to Bradshaw's. So
yeah, that's in Charlotte, and then we'll be in Charlotte again, Hickory Tavern, Ballantyne, one of our favorite places to play. Such a good time, and we'll be there on New Year's Eve. So that'll be super fun. I don't think we played a New Year's gig the last couple years.
No.
But for a while there, I played a New Year's gig, whether with this band or another band, like every year. Like I was never able to hang out with friends on New Year's.
I was always working audio. Yeah, because it's a big time for bands,
Yep. So now we're working this year. Back to it.
It's
always kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
Our gig is 9 to midnight, I think, though, so that's kind of weird. At least we get to end it and then Happy New Year and then go home.
They'll probably, to be honest, they're probably going to have a stop for the ball drop.
Yep.
And then finish out right afterwards.
Couple songs after, Paradise City. That's what we did the very first show of this band ever. It was New Year's Eve. And we were just the cover band at the time. And we led right up to the ball drop, watched the ball drop, counted down together, and then we played Paradise City. Actually played Peace of Mind in Paradise City. But, yeah.
It's a good way to end
cool.
end an old year and start a new one,
Yeah, as soon as you start it just with Paradise City, that's pretty awesome. Having a good show. It's going to be fun, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to 2023 as well.
I was going to ask you what, maybe it's a little early, but what are some of your New Year's resolutions that you're thinking?
I don't usually do New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, sure.
I usually have resolutions that I try to do because I want to do, and I'm not going to make it dependent upon the New Year coming.
Sure. Some goals for the New Year. Call them whatever you want.
Well, I think for me the biggest thing is kind of always trying to grow as a person.
Gross.
Yeah. And that's why I pass out a lot, because there's not enough blood. There's really just,
I'm growing so much. Why do you think I'm always on the floor?
It's just like the second you see my face start to droop, it looks like I had a stroke. It's not.
It's not. I'm just growing that much.
Growth. Exponential growth.
Hashtag growth. You just hit the table with your head.
GROWF. Growth.
Big exponential growth.
So obviously I'm already failing because I'm falling right back into my immaturity.
You were serious for a second. It was cool.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was talking about, but yeah.
Growth, I think.
Growth, yeah. Growth. So I'm looking to have a lot of growth as an individual in 2023.
How vague. I love it.
Also eat less carbs.
Okay.
And more veggies and meat.
Okay. All right. Nice.
To all those meat eaters out there.
That's awesome.
Or non-meat eaters out there. I'm not sorry, but thank you for not eating, so there's more for me.
Right. You do you.
That's what I do.
And I'm going to eat, I vow to eat twice as much meat just for to negate one vegetarian out there.
Yeah. It's like, I'm eating for like 2,200 right now. Because I know like 2,200.
No, I'm totally kidding. I don't care. I was vegetarian for a while. Did you know that?
Nope. Kind of sad I do now.
Through a few years in college. So it started out, we were around the dinner table as a family. It was Lent. And everyone was going around the table giving up, this and that. And I was like, I'm going to do something big this year. It's like, I'm going to give up meat and fish. Because I was like, that just was so crazy to me at the time. Like, how would he do this? I didn't even think about it. It just came to me at the table at the time. And I finished that meal, and then I didn't have meat or fish for like 3 years.
That's
awesome. I did Lent, and then I was just like, I'm just going to keep going. See, it's fine. See what happens. I don't really remember it. Like, I don't remember what I ate. A lot of salads and stuff. But, I don't really remember it so much. It was fine. I don't have anything against it. It was cool.
Yeah.
My friends would like wave Chick-fil-A nuggets in my face. I'm like, I said I'm not going to do it. It's fine. Like, doesn't bother me. Like,
yeah, you are unfazed by stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like once it's
like
set,
when you make up your mind, yeah.
Like once it's set, it's set.
Yeah. You're almost like a savant in that that category without all the baggage.
Yeah, well, there's probably some, but I like what Foz said. I was so proud the other week when Foz was here and I told him that story about the playing on stage after my whole band quit, and he was like, "That's the most Dallas thing I've ever heard." I was like, "All right, I'll take that. I'm proud of that. That's good. Like, this is going to happen." So, and that's how we all feel about this band. So hopefully it works out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man, how pumped are you for the UK run?
So, I rehearse usually standing up when I practice at home by myself. You know, I put on the tracks and everything. I'm standing up. I've got my floorboard that I actually use live, so I can stomp everything, rehearse everything. You know, it's second nature for me when I get on stage. That's how I function best as a guitarist. And I think most people, to be honest, you know, if you don't rehearse, you're not playing your full potential. But anyways, I keep like closing my eyes while I'm playing and just sing like whatever my imagination is wherever I'm at, you know, in the UK.
Right.
And it takes you out of just being in your office practicing for a gig and makes you so excited for what is to come. And I think it makes it more special when you get there too, because it's always better than what you envisioned.
Yeah.
So
You've kind of like
I don't know, and you've kind of like, it's like what a rock climber, like killer rock climbers do. They stand and they look at a wall before they even touch it, and
Yeah,
they
sure.
envision every move that they're gonna make.
chess players,
Right?
Yeah.
So for me, that's kind of like, that's my rock climbing routine. You know, I practice the way I'm gonna play. You know, if I'm just sitting down learning a song, I'll sit down. But if I already know the song and I'm practicing to practice and get repetition and stomping on my floor unit, you know, that's how I practice, and that's what guarantees me to do the best on stage. And when I feel confident and I'm rehearsed enough, man, I can be more free on stage.
Yeah.
And I can make that vision come true more. Because if you're not giving back to the crowd, they're not giving back to you a lot of the time. And so I feel like, you know, it's the least I can do to do my part to kind of have that interaction, is be so rehearsed that I can do that.
Yep.
Right? I can, you know, hip thrust in the air with my guitar on me and then hit the next patch I need to.
Have you ever thought about how rough we are on our bodies?
Dude, my neck, man. My neck is
Physically,
not
yeah.
the same.
My neck is
It
gonna
is
be,
not
yeah.
the same.
The last few gigs I've been headbanging so hard, I feel my brain moving around, and I'm like, maybe let's dial it back.
Your brain, legit, your brain moving around?
No, I just feel like this can't be good for my head. Like, you know what I mean?
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, no, my neck,
My neck, of course.
I don't have enough. We're musicians. I don't really have the money to be going to a chiropractor on a regular basis.
Right.
You know, one thing I can say to people out there, remember at the beginning of the year when I'd have like, oh, Drizzle brought something cool on for the show. I've shown all my shit now.
Yep.
And I'm not pulling in like tons of money to be like, yo, look what I got now. Look what I got now. Look what I got now. No, y'all seen what I got.
Yeah. For me, it's always kind of just the old faithfuls too, you know?
Yeah.
Like I like just kind of what I have. By the way, I got to do some more work on the sticker guitar at some point. The gold tailpiece finally came in.
Oh, word. Okay.
We ordered
Awesome.
Ordered in like, when did we order that? March.
They were so back ordered. Yeah. That's
That's an expensive tailpiece, but it came in. So and I need to do a bunch more coats of clear coat on that thing. I'm already starting to chew through it, and the knobs are already like corroded.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's wild, dude. Yeah.
We brought that to the UK. It survived the run great. I mean, the guitar from a distance, it still holds up and looks cool. Plays great, feels good. There's no big problems, but just as you start getting closer, it's kind of like,
That guitar gets played.
Starting to fall apart. Yeah.
Gets played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to fall apart pretty quick. We're hard on gear. Also, my Tiger guitar, who I played last night, I didn't think. Turns out it would have been fine, but I didn't think bringing the sticker guitar to like a corporate event was the right call. But that main volume knob is just like every time
Again,
I roll it,
how many times have we replaced that now, or deoxed
I
it?
think we just deoxed it last time. Yeah, I might need
Gotcha.
some
I've
more of it.
replaced it once before, though.
Yeah, it's possible.
Actually, I
don't
replaced
remember.
all the electronics in there, didn't I?
No, Matt and I did that when I got the guitar.
I think it was one of your Les Pauls, maybe.
It was the Mockingbird.
It was the Mockingbird. Okay.
Yep. Which is a sick guitar.
Yeah, it is.
I was maybe gonna sell that to my friend, but I don't know. He hadn't asked about it, so
You should whip that out again
yeah, I know.
here
right?
and there. It's
at
like
your house. Maybe I'll
yeah,
bring it
it's
home to you.
here. It's here. It would be a cool one to have as a B. Maybe you don't play it unless you break a string, you know. But we go light when it comes to gear. Like we are so efficient and like it's just kind of like let's fucking get on stage and do it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of you see a lot of musicians getting hung, and Dallas more so than me. You know, I get hung up on some smaller things, but what it is, it's very simple. It's not a Swiss Army knife. We're coming on stage. It's just a single bladed Bowie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. I like, as far as that, I like to try. I try more and more as I play more to keep like the goal and objective in mind, which is not like what fancy amp or pedal or this. It's like let's just get all that out of the way. Let's make the most straightforward path to like music to audience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Put yourself in their shoes. Do they care if it's a Boss chorus versus a fucking Eventide chorus? I don't even know. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
It's
we do care about all that stuff when we're programming the patches.
Studio, I think
but
it's a lot different. Yeah. But once you're on stage, like, it's time to let all that go and play for the crowd because they're there for that. They're not there for,
Yeah, if you're lost in Gear World while you're trying to play, again, that's something that's taking you away from being able to do a true
here's the other thing, and this has happened to me in the past. Is one of the reasons I don't do it anymore. Is I was lost in Gear World ahead of. I've never been lost in Gear World on stage, but I've been lost in Gear World so much ahead of time that on stage everything was going wrong. No cable was working. The whole system shut down. And the show just ended up sucking.
Yeah.
Where if I'd gotten rid of all that, it would have been an amazing show. And so I ended up fucking the show up by trying to do all this extra shit that I definitely didn't need to do.
Yeah. Yeah, how simple,
So
like what can you get away with to where
it's the lowest common denominator. It's the 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
What's the thing I can do that'll give me 80% of the results for putting in 20% of the effort, right? That last 20% is going to be 80% effort to get, right? That last little bit is what you're going to spend most of your time figuring out when you've already solved it. It's done. You did it.
Yeah.
Go play now, because it's way more important as the person in the hands. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Get on stage and do the thing. That's way more important. Just change the amp and guitar the day of the show, and I'll still put on my best show that I can.
Yeah,
It's not
that
gonna
would be
slow me
harder
down,
for me to do, just because of that's how I am. But I've gotten so much better. I mean, again, most of the time it's a quad cortex for me, a wedge, and an expression pedal.
Yeah.
The wedge helps me get away from not feeling like I need an amp on stage. Because I do like that. It's something I play better. I feel more confident. Yeah. So big deal, whoop-de-doo. Wedge. Well, it's not a tube amp that's going to have tubes go bad. That's going to I'm going to have an added. I'm going to be just fucking off if it gets fucking destroyed, in transit, or stolen or some shit. Like that would fucking I would be able to play the show, but man, I'd be in my head. I'd be fuck motherfucker. Like
exactly.
You know?
And the more shit you have, the more can go wrong, the more can get stolen, like you said.
Dude, I could dude, I don't know how many dollars I would have if I got $1 for every time I've seen a patch cable go bad live on stage. Dude.
How many patch cables do we use?
None.
None. Unless you count the one that connects to my expression pedal, and if that goes bad, I just don't use the expression pedal. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. You just whatever.
Just ignore it.
Just keep going.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I don't need it that much.
Yeah.
That's like a 5% thing of the rig.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rig suffered 5%.
Here's another thing. Yeah, sure, it's a little bit more harder to do the pinky swells, than just having your foot on a volume pedal. But I can't tell you how many times I've seen live those VP Juniors by Ernie Ball with the strings, the volume pedals, where the string breaks live.
Just topples down. Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't topple down, but it's no longer controlling the potentiometer that raises and lowers the volume.
Right. You
You might as well have just been doing pinky swells the whole time,
People are doing that anyway. So
yeah. Now there are expression pedals.
So my expression pedal is a wah pedal. It doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
And as soon as if I ever need anything volume, it's always my guitar. I never do a swell on a pedal. I could maybe set it up to do that, but I'm not doing that. It's fine. Just I turn it on to wah and I just leave it. And if I need a wah, I go wah, 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 and then I stop and it stops and I'm good. It's super, super simple.
Yeah, extremely simple. And we to date, knock on wood, because you know how fucking gear is, to date have never had a single issue with the quad cortexes. So again, I don't know how many gigs we've got with those now, stomping and jumping around and flying with them, everything.
Yeah, those things have gone across the world with us, huh? They're
They
about to
have.
go again.
Yeah, they're about to go
They're
again.
going to be in the whiskey. They're going to be with Kiss. They're going to be UK again, all over.
Yeah.
Are there any shows? Okay, so in the UK, which shows are you kind of most looking forward to?
To be honest, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not thinking about show to show basis. To be honest.
Yeah.
And I don't know the venues that well. Like I know some of the venues. Waterloo's definitely probably up there, right?
Yeah.
Waterloo was such a cool venue. They were so good to us, and they put us up to. And I forget.
staying
I
there 2
forget
nights,
the
by the way.
date that it was built, but it was built in the early 1900s, like 19 something.
Yeah, just before I was born.
Yeah, yeah, just before. Yeah, exactly. Minor details, but yeah.
just a couple months.
So it's this old ancient inn.
It feels like it too. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's really, really good vibe there.
such a cool vibe. And I don't know. It was a special venue too to me because it was booked 9 days before we got there, and we
Ended
didn't
up-
sell it out, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Like it was packed.
Yeah.
And we also did like I don't know $700 or $800 of merch that night
We
too.
sold a lot of merch. Yeah. That was a good show for merch for sure.
Yeah.
And we ended up staying down there talking to people till like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah, literally 2 or 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you get out of a conversation where you're giving all the cues? I'm doing my part here. Meet me halfway. I'm giving you all the cues that I'm done, and you won't stop.
I think probably the best way to honestly do is be like, honestly, thank you so much for taking the time and you know, or loving the band and talking. There are so many other people that want to see me that. Excuse me.
That was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I got another one coming. There's so many people, you know, that have done the same thing or more to be here. So I've got to keep it moving. You know, maybe in fewer words, but you know, hey,
That's tough though,
Thank
because
you.
I'll maybe not that straightforward, but I'll be giving the signs like, all right, man, thanks so much. Really appreciate you coming out. You know, it was great talking to you. Those kind of things.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, yeah. So I was born back in Vietnam. You know, it's just like.
my
dude,
favorite
I'm
is
trying
when
so
someone
hard
else
here,
is
man. Like,
someone else that hasn't been talking to you is trying to talk to you, and then you just go.
they just keep going.
and
Yeah.
you just go to that conversation.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's so hard, man, because
Yeah.
like I definitely don't want to be a dick or just tell them like this is over. But like
Yeah.
at some point, it's like they're just for whatever reason, maybe they're just drunk. They're just not getting the basic
yeah.
conversational cues.
I
Like,
find most of the time it's drunk, and then there are some people who don't really have social awareness of
Yeah.
how they're kind of coming across or being, and you know, a fan is a fan, and I'm thankful for all our fans. I don't dislike those people either, but it makes it hard to. It's like you're trying to divvy up such a finite amount of time at the end of a show
yeah,
to talk to all your fans and give them a handshake and say thank you and maybe a cool little joke back and forth, or someone saying, hey, you know, someone wants to say, hey, Driz. Like as simple as that. Like, I had some guy who's like, I just couldn't wait to say, hey, what's up, Driz? And I was
just
like,
wanted the word to come out of his mouth.
and it was a guy I never even knew. I was just like, hey, that's awesome, man.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man.
You know, I don't want to be a dick either. You know, people who know me personally know that
It ends up being worse even because like I so don't want to be a dick that I'll just end up just kind of standing there for 45 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, and
yeah,
it's kind of
gotcha.
like I don't have the heart to be like, this is over. Like I'll literally just stand there and just take it. Just like, all right, like, yeah, whoa, wow. That, you know, it's like,
yeah.
I'll be up in a minute. God damn it. Like, you know what I mean? Like this one I'm thinking of is the very last conversation of the night. I was trying to go upstairs and go, you know, to the green room, get to bed and all that stuff. And I was in a conversation with a couple people and this person walks up, starts talking. This conversation ends. This one with the new person continues for a minute. It's going on way too long. I say, thanks so much. Got to go. I start to walk away. They follow me. Stop again. Conversation continues. Dude, it's gone on for like 30 minutes at this point, and I don't even remember how I got out of it, but I was just like, I got to go to bed. Like it was like 3 a.m. or something. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a line. It was kind of like the last one of the night. That was my memory of Waterloo.
Yeah,
Not
so
the memory, but that was one of the memories.
So
that just came to mind.
I was talking to this husband and wife who came out.
They were awesome.
They were awesome. And they said hi, bought merch, and then waited till everyone was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the conversation, do you need to go? I was like, oh, I'm having a good time,
Yeah. It's definitely different as I guess rude as this may sound. If I want to talk to you, it's definitely different. Like I'll talk to you all fucking night if I'm into the conversation.
Now, if they had been dicks earlier and then tried to afterwards, like if they had been no, there's no other person on the planet except for me, and I'm taking all your time.
Exactly, right?
Then I would have been like, gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, at some point I will. I mean, I guess it's the goober radar. Maybe we have a little signal or something. Somebody comes rescue us.
Signal
really
or just simply go, hey, I left something on stage. I gotta go.
Yeah. Just pull your phone. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, seriously. And it's not about, but again, we're playing and some people have too many drinks and they're just so unaware.
Yep.
Social
awareness seems to go first.
Yeah. Well, and that's also a good thing. That's also why we love people drinking at shows too, is because
and lose your inhibitions. I get it.
They, and you dance and have
awesome.
a good time.
It's such a good crowd,
right?
And then you get off stage, and it's like now they're even deeper into it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's the man. It blows my mind because I try to be at least like hyper socially aware. If I'm talking to someone and they just glance away, I'm like, oh, thank you so much. Like,
right?
I don't want to take up any more of your time. You know what I mean? So it's it's kind of weird, but.
Or we just have like a shirt under our shirt that says "fuck off."
We just Superman.
Fuck off, I love you. Yeah. So it's like fuck off, but I still love you.
I love you. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know that would work.
Yeah.
You know what? They wouldn't even get it. You would be going like, and they'd be like, "Cool shirt." And like I was saying back in Nam, like. Dude,
yeah,
I've had some really funny ones.
You're right.
Where I'll literally be like, "It was great talking to you. I have to go." Hey, cool, man. Like I was saying before, like, just like, did you hear what I said? Like, really? You're making me have to be a dick. I'm trying so hard not to be, and you're giving me no out.
Yeah. Like I understand.
You're making me just kick down every door here.
I understand why people jet right after shows. And if you get to a certain point, you probably have to.
It literally becomes like
for
a safety issue.
Yeah. But if we get to that point, I could understand why I have to, because I'm gonna get home and see my family. Fuck everyone at that point.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna get stabbed or trampled, right?
Yep.
But until that day comes, if it comes,
we're there. Yeah, we're there.
I want to be out thanking the people who are our bread and butter, who
100%.
are supporting us, who are putting the words out, the word out there that we're out there.
And I have no issues being down there till 3 a.m. If we're in a position to do that, we're at the Waterloo. We are, because we stay in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like we can be down there until.
But sometimes we got to load out. We got to be on the road overnight.
Yeah. That's
to the
when
next,
we have. That's when we have to go. Is when like everybody's in the van and you're like trying to wrap up a conversation and everyone's like texting you like, "Yo, we got the hotel to check into. Like, let's go."
Yeah.
That's when it gets a little tricky. That's also, I guess, a little easier to get out of, because then you're like, "Hey, I got to go. We got to go to the next city."
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like a little easier. But yeah. Anyway, that's always something I'm thinking about, how to get better at that.
So you playing the sticker guitar on the Kiss Cruise?
Yeah, I think so. Because I mean, it's still like, even though it's kind of not old to me, but it's the immediate allure is worn off.
Yeah,
it's still new to everyone else. So I think it's a cool.
True.
Piece to kind of have. Like,
it snarls too, dude. That guitar really
great,
snarls. Yeah,
it's got a nice little bite.
Yeah, it's bitey.
Yeah, I played Tiger though last night, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, we played a song we've literally never played before.
I know, that was hilarious. What was it called again?
Give Me One Reason by Tracy Chapman.
Okay.
Some lady comes up and goes, "Tracy Chapman." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't know any." She was like, "Fast Car?" I was like, "Definitely not. I mean, I could try this one." And then she turned around and walked away and didn't even hear it. But I started playing Give Me One Reason because I do know that song mostly. And just started singing a little bit of it. I was only planning on doing a little bit. And then the drums came in and I was like, well, we'll see how far we go. And then we ended up doing the entire song.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. So I don't even think she heard it. She's like, literally, I saw her turn around and walk all the way out the back. It's like, okay, cool.
She's like, fuck these
Make
guys.
a request and leave. That's cool. But yeah, last night was awesome, man.
Yeah, it was a really good time. We walk in and it's kind of got this like uptight, corporate type thing. It's like, well, we'll see how it goes tonight. And it ended up being,
But they had such a huge stage, full light rig. The sound was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a full production. It was really cool.
Good sized ballroom too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big hotel corporate, ballroom thing. The company was Rockbox Fitness. It was really, really cool.
Which, and by the way, the owner, I believe he's the owner.
Roger, CEO.
Roger, CEO. So I guess that's a franchise, right?
I have no idea, but yeah.
Based on the words, I'm assuming.
Franchisee was one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but he's a guitar player as well.
Yeah.
And a good guitar player. Really good guitar player.
I couldn't hear him from my side of the stage too much, but he came up to play Walk This Way with us. We jammed it. And then he wanted to do Rock and Roll by Zeppelin, so we jammed that, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, and I could tell that that probably was the highlight of his night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a good time for sure. And he came up before anything, introduced himself, and said, "Man, I'm such a big fan of the deluxe edition."
That was so cool. That was so cool. Yeah.
So that was really cool. We played a couple originals, I guess. Peace of Mind and Oh Sugar.
Yeah, Peace of Mind and No Sugar
made an appearance. Those usually work in places where people aren't expecting original music,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like
again, corporate events, weddings,
nobody notices. Yeah, because people were dancing and singing both of those.
Yeah,
man, but that was cool. Those corporate events can go either way. They can be real rough, or they can be real fun.
Awesome, like they were last night. Yeah,
this one was real nice. No issues. I thought we played great. I thought everything sounded great.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh, we did break one of the sound guys' TVs.
Yeah, we did. Well, someone.
Yeah, Goliath did.
Goliath did.
But yeah, I saw it happen. It wasn't like he didn't do anything wrong. It was just one of those things.
Yeah.
Something tips over. And he went to even catch it. So they had these TVs, like monitors for people to look at, and it had the PowerPoint notes, and it was like at your feet if you're on the stage, right? And we're setting up, and I guess a mic stand started to tip over, and Goliath went to grab it, but he just grabbed the leg. And so the mic stand just continued to fold down, and then just the tip of it just hit the TV, and I didn't see the actual end result, but I saw it kind of go down. And so the sound guy was obviously up in arms and like, who's going to repair my TV? So I went to Best Buy and got him one. Yep. So he walked out of there with his new TV, and we get to keep the old one.
We get to keep the old one that doesn't work, but it's going to make an
appearance in a certain
somewhere.
music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have a wooden baseball bat, bring it.
Yeah, for real. If you want to come to this music video, wooden baseball bats, sure.
Yep. And I think on that note, let's move to the Viper section.
Let's move to the Vipers.
All right, people.
Deuces.
See ya.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful, so thank you.